Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Daphne Project. And this is from writer-directors Zora Neale Cruz and Alec Tabaldi, and stars Zora Neale Cruz, focusing on Daphne Wilco, an actress and social justice warrior, wreaks havoc on the production of Euripides' the Bacchae in the name of progress, and specifically her progress. And this is like that kind of mockumentary kind of comedy straight out of like Waiting for Guffman, with like that small community theater kind of feel, and you have the film leans into all of those like awkwardness and interactions in like a small community setting. This is a little bit bigger than Small Community. They do get like a TV show star to show up at one point to be in the show as Dionysus, and this is really a one-woman show for most of it, and that is Zora Neale Cruz, and she is great. The direction, it's nothing too fancy, but it really maximizes this like intimate mockumentary style. The writing is fun. There's definitely an awareness of this kind of theater experience, trying to act with each other, interact with each other, and I really appreciated that. They leaned into a lot of the humor, they leaned into the insecurities, like somebody has an assistant, so she blackmails her friend into being her assistant, because you can't give up that power dynamic. And she definitely utilized, it's like, she was invited by accident. She wasn't supposed to get the invite. She was supposed to get a rejection. And she's just like, are you really going to fire the only person of color in this show? And this young director who's full of himself, who's definitely sleeping around with everybody, but is supposed to be in a relationship with his assistant director, is just like, no, we'll go along with it. And you have all these different kinds of experiences and awkwardness. The dynamic between the director and his assistant director is fun because, like, she's not stupid. And she can see through his crap, and she keeps pushing his buttons to being like, are you doing this to me? And their dynamic is fun. The inclusion of some of the different actors in the show, they're all insecure and have their situations where it's just like they're so full of themselves, and they'll have like breakdowns and stuff like that. I think one of the funniest moments is because Daphne makes a big deal in front of everybody, but there is a young Asian woman in the show, and she's like, I'm not white. She's like, well, I meant like more the darker people of color. And this actress is like, oh, it didn't faze me. And it's like, as she's saying that, it shows her like breaking down, crying in the middle of practice. And it's like those kinds of things, those juxtapositions, there's a fun usage of those throughout this. And you really get that with like the mockumentary style, because like you're interviewing somebody, but like you're actually seeing what's going on. And, this isn't the most original film. It utilizes a lot of mockumentary tropes. This is like a hour, 10 minutes tops. But there's so much packed into it, and Daphne is such a fascinating character because she's just so bold and committed to everything and anything that she needs to do to make sure that she is Dionysus by the end. And when you finally see the show and some of the craziness that this show is, it was a blast, and I had a lot of fun with this. The characters are interesting, the writing is witty and funny, and it has some interesting commentary on both social justice issues, but also from like this creative process of the theater and all the different pieces that go into it, and those power dynamics of relationships. So this has a lot to pack into it, but it really does deliver, and this is a great performance and offering up from Zora Neale Cruz, and I would love to see more what she does. But those are my thoughts on the Daphne Project. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.